let's just hope our computer
We should be
doesn't
closer.
fall. And then I think I'm good where I'm at.
Okay.
Let's just hope our computer.
I'm gonna center it out. If let's see here. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, we're live. We're on. Shout out to Wally the Boatman.
Shout out to Wally. Shout out to Glenn. Shout out to
Windsurfers. Would you ever do windsurfing?
Windsurfing.
Yeah, and Cabarete. Would you ever get up there in the windsurfing?
Nah, I won't. No, I won't.
I think about it sometimes.
No,
Maybe it's a
won't.
bad idea.
Yeah, no, I won't.
Shout out to anybody that works with trees. Like planting trees, chainsaw, lumberjacks.
Yeah.
Anyhow, shout out to Kentucky. Shout out to Western Kentucky.
Shout out to Kentucky. Yeah, so you say ring surfing? I probably wouldn't do it. I probably wouldn't do no ring surfing.
I shouldn't do it, but I kind of want to sometimes. Like sometimes I see him because it's really cool.
I think it's fun. I'm just not good with water, so I wouldn't do it just because of the water.
Yeah, you got to do it over the water. You know, you could do it over a field, maybe. I don't even know if the field might even be better to do it because you could roll it into something if you landed hard. Where in the water, if you hit the water hard, it's like concrete. It'll kill you. If you hit water really hard, it's not bouncy anymore.
I mean, especially if you don't know how to swim, you just gotta go out there and try that.
Yeah.
Because I seen them like they flying all the way up in the air, like.
Yeah, I think it's like 100 meters, maybe, might be more.
Yeah, so I'm not doing that. I'm not doing nothing like that. I wouldn't even get on that stuff, whatever they call it, to go up in the hill in Puerto Plata.
Hill in Puerto Plata. What is it like? Oh, is it one of those zip lines or something?
Yeah, one of those zip line things.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I've done that before. That's fun.
That's scary.
Yeah. It is kind of scary.
I went there once, and that was my last time, man.
Really?
Yeah, man. My heart was about to stop, man.
It was in the trees. Was it in the trees?
Yeah, it was all over. Man, it was so high. And when we were going up the hills, it was like, damn. I'm like, what the hell? Why did I just get in here for?
Yeah. I like the speed.
And then it wasn't just like 2 of us. It was like 20 of us.
Really?
It was like, really like, yo.
Yeah.
What if this thing just pop? I'm like, what if this code line just bust open? Like, you know what I mean? So I like, yeah.
It happens.
I'm not doing that. That's scary.
Did anybody not? Did you get on and do it once?
Yeah, well, I did it.
Okay.
And so what I did, I got so scared where I bent down so I didn't look down anymore.
Yeah.
Because I got so scared. And my boy, I was forcing my boy to go and he didn't want to go. Mm-hmm. So now we got up there. I was so scared. He was laughing at me, bro.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, was it a way for me to go back down on foot?
Did anybody do that? Did anybody not do it and go back down?
No, we all got back on it. But I guess going down was easier than going up.
Who we got here? I got it. Still doing the new system. I'm gonna shout out to Sean. No, it's Glenn. I'm gonna get this. This is an eye test.
Shout out to Glenn. We just called him.
Oh, and Hella Brett.
Yeah. What's up, Glenn? Glenn. I might well call Glenn the boatman too.
Yeah.
I might well call Glenn the boatman too. So while we talking about everything, what's the great news? Because I seen the Hoober around here today.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's great news yet. I have a meeting tomorrow.
I'm talking about it ain't no great news. The great news is what you think the great news is?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I really don't have a clue. I'm just trying to be positive.
Oh.
But I talk to them tomorrow, so we'll see.
No, I'm not really. I'm not talking about you.
Do you know anything? Or is it something you don't want to talk about? We don't have to put it out on the internet.
Everybody gonna get out of here. That's it. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna get out of here. It's a matter of how soon they'll get you out of here, but everybody is out of here.
Yeah, it's I think I do. Sosua Sosua is going to be bigger and better than Punta Cana. It is. I really believe it. It's yes.
In which way?
It's going to be fancier. This is going to get fancier. Period. So the question is, how fancy is it going to get?
But people, don't you think people come over here because they love the country and the natural stuff?
Yes, that's why this is what this is what they should do. They need to go high. I've been hearing this is 7 stories. It should be 17 stories.
All right. Well,
it should be tall. If you went tall, yeah, that's what it needs to do.
I think
it needs to be like Dubai in the Dominican Republic. Just go up, and it would be great up there. The breeze is so good here. You wouldn't even want air conditioning on the 17th floor here in the Dominican Republic. Heck, you wouldn't want air conditioning above the 4th floor. Like a 17-story hotel needs to be right behind here. That's what they need. In fact, if they built just 3 17-story hotels, this town would be radically different in the best way possible, because it's going to be different, period. And you'd have also, it brings people without cars. Like the car situation here is not good. But if you could put a huge tower on the beach, you could have enough people there concentrated that you wouldn't have to have as many cars. And then also, you get a lot of people here, then you actually will have jobs here. You could have jobs kind of in the area. But in order to have jobs in the area, you have to go up, because there needs to be more people. Because if they just do this little, it's not going to be able to absorb all the jobs that are going to just gorge when this changes.
Okay, I think I'm thinking that what you're saying is pretty cool. It'll be pretty nice. It probably will create more jobs. It is definitely create more jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say this: you think everybody that come here will be able to afford it?
No, that's not. Yeah, that's just going to change. Well, no, they could still do that. Yes, this is a Dominican place, and on Sundays it's Dominican. And
well, it won't be Dominican anymore once you have this $100 million building up in here.
I think it could still be Dominican if
how could it be Dominican? It's not Dominican now.
Dominicans could make it Dominican by making it Dominican Sunday. They should just come to the beach on Sunday. It'll always be Sosua in this local area, because Dominicans like to come to the beach on Sunday, and when they're here on the beach on Sunday, this beach is Dominican.
Well, it does get packed on Sundays, but sometimes it's been a long time since the beach been really like packed on Sundays. It's
because people think it's closed, and even local people stay away because they know there's construction. And
no, don't nobody think the beach closed. Everybody know the beach is open. They just know the government is all taking over the beach.
Yes,
but everybody know the beach is still open. It ain't nowhere in the internet that you'll go in there and say, "Hey, Sosua is closed," or "Sosua Beach is closed." Whatever you're saying right now, I'm not gonna disagree, because I think a bigger development here, it'd be nice, but also it's gonna hurt a lot. What now? You seen the bigger picture. You seen the value of whatever that they're gonna do here.
Yeah.
And I respect that, but we gotta respect. There's a lot of families right now that's gonna go home. And what are they gonna do next? You know what I mean? You got this big money, these big corporations that just come in and take over.
Yeah.
To me, it's just fine. Because look, once you put them old expensive resort here, what'll happen is they want $500 a night in a bedroom sitting on the beach. And somebody was just gonna come and just go right there to what you said, Blue Garden, or New Garden, or whatever, and just go there for $50 or $60 a night, and you can walk down the beach and you sit down here, you have a drink, you have a beer, you walk down the beach, you get an umbrella. It won't be like that anymore, dude.
Maybe
you're probably gonna have to go to the security to come in.
Yeah, I don't think this beach is so big. And also, there are other beaches here as well. Like, you can have a lot of people here. If you put a whole bunch of people right here, what they should do right now, people travel to Sosua Beach. So there's cars everywhere. It's hard to get to.
It's easy not letting you in on the beach. The beach have 3 entries. Have to wear 4. Okay.
Yes.
So all these 4 entries is easily could put a gate there and just put a security. And
they could.
Yeah,
they could.
That's why they built. Look, the first thing they did before they like started knocking building down, was built the fence.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So now once there's a fence around it, you're not gonna jump over the fence to come in here.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I do think those people that's the beneficiary of the low building that's gonna be on the back, like what the government's building.
Yes.
I think they will do good in due time. You know, that's what now they're probably gonna have to wait. how long is the project is gonna take? No one knows.
Yeah.
You know, but I do believe it's gonna be good and long. Whoever beneficial one of them little building that they building in the back.
Yes, yeah.
I
I haven't seen it. Where's the building in the back?
Them little shot the government's are building.
You mean the one right next to Cheramico's?
Yeah.
Okay.
And on that side, because they're building on they're building on both sides.
I thought there was a third one you were
talking
about.
Yeah, they're just too small. They're small. They're like 5 foot by 5 foot, like a jail cell. Straight up, they like a jail cell. Yeah. So, I'm like, okay, fine. What can somebody really do there? All of them are gonna be gift shop.
Yeah.
Or someone gonna be wrestling or whatever.
Yes.
I have never really walked in there and looked at what I've seen the projects and stuff. But I never really walked in and look at them because when you really looking at them from the outside, they like little shops. They like little 5 by 5 bedrooms.
Yeah.
So, but I think people gonna do good there because if this big hotel are here and people gonna stay here, they're gonna want to go back there because that's like the only local place.
If you had a lot of people, that's why it's important. They need to go up. Sosua needs to go up because which would you rather have? A couple of high-rise hotels here or not and still have all the trees? When you go to Korea, there's trees everywhere because they build up.
Well, I would love to be here. I just need to have the money. I mean, wherever big corporation and big money being invested, who won't want to be there? I'm in business.
Yeah.
I got a name.
Yes.
I might don't have enough money. But if I have money with my name, matter of fact, I'm gonna build my own hotel.
Yeah.
It won't just be a finger restaurant, it'll be a finger hotel or a finger all-inclusive villa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have something like that. It's just a matter of time. It's just money.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can't call up on help on anybody, but if everybody was really like good investors and stuff, I got a good name that could bring good people, that could bring some money here.
Yeah.
Because I do believe, I wouldn't say 90%, but I'll say out of everybody that's coming, that's flying into Sosua, I would say a good 60 to 70% know who Finger is.
I'd say that's true for like the target demographic that we're talking about, like Americans and, I mean.
Yeah.
Well.
So me having a hotel or
whatever. Yeah.
It's gonna do something. This has gotta be at least it's gotta say Finger on it. Yeah. So I think it's good. I would love to be here. I just need about 1.5 million. If I got 1.5 million right now, I'm sticking into a hotel. And I'm all in.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not even gonna build a restaurant outside. My restaurant will be inside of my hotel.
Yeah.
And I will make sure I own my property, so I have to go nowhere.
Yeah.
So
Well, if you weren't in Sosua, where would you put it? Like in Batey. If you weren't in El Batey.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Yeah.
Here's how I feel. I looked at a lot of big businesses here that's successful.
Yeah.
But they're successful not because the owner or a good businessman or well known.
Yeah.
Okay. It's because it's in a great location and that's probably the only thing there. Okay.
Yeah, location helps.
Bailey's, a lot of people go to Bailey's. They don't go there because of Bailey's or the food is good. Because look, it's been a lot of complaint about Bailey's as food. I've been to Bailey's. I had a good burger in Bailey's. Remember I told you that, right?
Yes, yeah.
Like one of the best.
Shout out to Glenn, I think.
Yeah, Glenn. Yeah, Glenn is my boy. Glenn knows playing here.
He says we can call it Fingers Wet Spot.
Yeah. So I went to Bailey's.
The water park.
Remember I was telling you one of the best burger I had.
Yeah.
Was at Bailey's, and he was like, "No, man, I didn't like it."
Yeah.
Said, well, mine was good.
Yeah.
So, and I had a lot of complaint about their food.
Yeah.
But they don't. First of all, they're gonna do well. They got a hotel there.
Yes.
The restaurant around in the bottom.
Yeah. It's all.
And they got all the girls going there.
Yeah. Well, it's a hot spot. Cool.
Yeah. So everybody knows. Okay, all the girls gonna go to Bailey's.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go there and have breakfast.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could just take a chicken and go upstairs to the hotel. It's easy.
Yes. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Woomba the only thing in the corner, so we just everybody go to Woomba.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the difference between us and all this other businesses. Billy's become a big name because of the location that he has.
Yes.
Woomba become a big name because of the location that they has.
Yes.
I'm a big name in the middle of 387 businesses.
Yeah.
Where you being bothered walking down the beach to make it all the way to me, that's all the way in the middle of the beach.
Yeah. It's hard to get here.
Yeah. So it's hard to get here. So it's not my little building.
Yeah.
It's the work that I put out.
Yeah.
It's my name.
Yeah.
So regardless of where I go and put a business at,
I'm
gonna tell you something. I'm a light anyway.
Yeah.
So wherever I go, I'm gonna shine.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm a light.
Yes.
So wherever I go, I'm gonna shine.
Yeah.
So it don't matter where I go, as long as I say finger and I have the promotion going on.
Yeah.
Oh, they coming. They coming. So me personally, I'm not worrying about where I'm set up myself at.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure for over all these years, people would love something new.
Yeah.
Another location.
Yeah, new always works good.
Another location that's hot.
Yeah.
And Finger got a new location that's hot.
Yeah.
Because you gotta understand, Pedro Cusante is so small. It's so tiny.
Yeah.
And the low business over business. And just because all of us go there, this place has become so freaking expensive. And nobody thinking like, you know what? I could do something elsewhere and make it hot.
Yeah.
Because me personally, I think there's nowhere hot here. The hot spot is where the tourists go.
Yeah.
The day that the tourists sit here at Finger, Finger will be the hottest spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I could be in the middle of the ocean right now, if I got 10 American there, the girl's gonna find a tire and a balloon and find a way out there.
Yeah.
In the middle of the ocean is gonna be hot.
Well, that's where people like to be.
Exactly. So me personally, I don't think about where I'm gonna be at. I just think about I just need to have the finance, the finances. If I got the money, I go to Punta Cana.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What you think? I just want to sit here? No.
Yeah.
How many people?
Well, people are gonna have to move. You have to make.
Yeah. How many people you think that know me that go to Punta Cana? How many people you think that knows me that will go to Punta Cana if I'm in Punta Cana?
Yeah. Well, as long as the food's good, and you have promotion,
Yeah, a lot. No, my food is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, my food is the best. So, so me personally, I'm not worried. To be honest, I'm leaving the beach, but my goal is not to be in the middle of Pedro Cusante.
Yes.
I want to create something outside.
Yeah.
And make it nice where you could come and all the beautiful chicas could be there and you could have fun. But it's not in the middle of Pedro Cusante anymore. It'll just be something new
I don't think
in a new spot.
The energy is different on Pedro Cusante than what you kind of want to make, I think. Like, you need to be a notch just calmer. Like your energy when you like to hang out and stuff, your energy is calmer than the energy on Pedro Cusante.
Yeah, but look, it's why because it's not another place. Trust me, if it's another place, and it's hot, you won't want to be on Pedro Cusante.
Yes,
because it's gonna be nicer and calmer.
Glenn says he misses your food.
Oh yeah, man. Glenn, he loved the lobster. He like eating the big lobster.
Yeah, I've never had a lobster on the island.
And Glenn is one of my biggest supporters. You met Glenn before, didn't you?
Okay.
You met Glenn.
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah. You met him before. He always asking for you.
Yeah,
He's a good dude.
I think I've only eaten lobster once. I think I ate it and didn't like it.
Where, here?
No, I've never had lobster on this island. I'd eat it, but
you need to try mine.
I'll try it. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to try mine. Yeah, you want one now?
No. But I'll eat a lobster. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Going into it, yeah, I'll eat a lobster. I like shrimp.
And I do want to say something. Don't you want? Let me say something. What do you think about investors and lawyer deals in the Dominican Republic? I want to ask you that question so other people in the chat can hear us.
I had to visit 11 attorneys before I found an attorney that I like. I like her. And I'm not going to put her name out there, and that's nothing to someone. Yeah, if anybody has any questions sometimes, I guess get a hold of you and then we'll talk. But that's real important. Like, you need to have she's competent. And
I think you have my own attorney, though. She might be my own attorney.
Really? Maybe.
Yeah. Because at first, I always told you, listen, I had a good lawyer.
Yeah.
And she's from here.
Yeah.
She's not from elsewhere. She's from Sosua. And her family are here, and they're good people.
Yeah, yeah. No, I like her a lot. I think you're right. I think I remember having this conversation. So.
I told you that, but you was like, because
no, I just didn't know her. I didn't know.
And see, in this country, in this country, it's who you know.
Yes. Well, that's true everywhere, but very true here.
In this country, it's who you know and what you have.
Relationships are very valuable here.
All right. So, see, when you come and you having a relationship with a lawyer, because here, I'm going to tell you what's going on with the gringo thing with the lawyer.
Yeah.
Most of the lawyers, when it's gringo, they're out for your pocket in your head.
Yeah. Well, that kind of goes with the industry of being attorneys. That's why they have TV shows about it.
Let's not mix the United States of America attorneys in here.
It is different. Yeah, it is. Yes, it's a little different.
There is no rules. There is no laws. They make their own laws.
Yeah.
And the laws here, that's why you have to create more of a relationship, a friendship, or a familyship with them than to be just attorney like you think you're in the United States. It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because when it becomes a friendship, it don't become about money no more, and they're gonna do the right thing. They're gonna make sure that they friend you. But when they're looking at you like just a gringo, and it's just a job, and you make them feel like, no, I had no business with you, but just being my lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you about to deal with some shit.
Maybe, yeah, yeah. I mean, I haven't been in long enough with an attorney. I just kept either they never called me back, which it might have been, maybe it's me, or like I just was not impressed. I'm gonna try to read this.
Shout out to Wayne. Shout out to Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah, Wayne makes a good point. You can read it later. It's a Black America, FingerFinger Black America would be a good name.
Well, I've been out with this.
And that would go along with make Sosua Black.
Listen,
or keep Sosua Black.
I look. I'm gonna tell you. Here's how I feel about black traveling here.
Yeah,
we got billions of dollars coming into the Dominican economy.
Yes.
Okay. Now.
Maybe that seems like a lot, but okay, a lot. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot because there's a lot of us traveling here. Look at the chat. Look at Google. Go on Google and see how many travelers that come here every year, and that'll tell you how much money.
Yeah, you can probably add it up.
Economy.
Yeah,
it's billions of dollars. So, and hundreds of millions of black dollars. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but what do we own? We really owns nothing. But we have the power to do it.
Yeah.
But we won't do it because we don't trust each other. You understand?
Yeah.
You don't want to push me up because when you said, okay, fine, I've been knowing Finger for 10 years. He's been doing this. Finger, his name is popular. He's worldwide. That's the only thing I have is my name.
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like I'm not gonna let nobody use my name unless you bring in something good for me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
So why we spend the money in Ocean Village, why we spend it in Casa Linda, those are good places to go to. I'm not saying not to go there because we talking business and the truth.
Yeah.
But how many brothers with big money where we have the possibility of creating our own hotel, Finger Black America Hotel, Finger Black America Restaurant.
Yeah.
You know it create a big impact because the name is already used and big.
Yeah.
So not only the name is big, but it's unique and it's catchy.
Yeah.
And it's already worldwide. So we could do a lot.
Yeah.
But where the help at?
I got a good point that I like to make off air.
Go ahead.
No, I'm going to make this off air. But anyhow. Yeah, I mean, people just need to, I think people don't like to do things. People are just timid. It's just people just don't like to do things when they think the waters are frothy. You know, they're afraid of skating in the Dominican Republic. And
well, in life, everything is a risk. Everything is a chance that you took.
Yeah.
you took a lot of risks. Mm-hmm. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm a crazy person.
Yes, but and that's what make you. That's what make you win.
Yeah.
That's what make you come out on top.
Yes, as long as you keep shoveling coal.
Yeah, you shoveling coals.
Yeah.
But bro, I know where to go. I know what to do. Mm-hmm. I can sit here for 100 years talking about it and can't go nowhere because I'm looking for a foothold and I can't get it.
Yeah. Well, if this Ubre thing shakes the right way, yeah. There's a lot of times.
Let me say this. Ubre thing shakes.
Yeah, like leans the right way. Nobody knows really what's happening.
Nobody knows what's happening, but look, I'm gonna get to,
we're probably gonna go out here. We're losing power.
There's no guarantee of what's really going on. Yes. So we'll see. We'll see. Let me grab something. Coming right back. Keep this up and keep Glenn up because I know Glenn on the boat and Glenn is still on the chat. Glenn, are you still on this podcast with us?
Yeah. Let's see. We got Glenn's here in the chat. Well, we got a super chat. It's from Philly Dom.
Philly Don, thank you for the super chat, brother. Thank you for the support. And also I want to give a shout out to JLLCJ.
We're going to talk about we're having a crypto episode at some point, and I'm just going to give people that listen a heads up because first off, crypto is a really big subject. It's like, we could talk about baseball for hours. So, but we're going to focus on Solana. So my advice to people that want to get ahead of what we're doing, download a Solana wallet and find a way to put some tokens in it. The easiest way in America is probably going to an ATM. They'll have them you can just Google it. Sometimes they're in gas stations. That's an expensive way, but it's the cheapest way. Also, you might know someone, but if you want to put yourself ahead of the game, download a Solana wallet. And if you want to play around with it with real money, find a way to put Solana in it. And so, but we're working on some stuff.
Well, I'm not a big type of crypto guy. I just got in the game and I understand it like kind of pretty fast. What you think?
Yeah.
You thought I learned it pretty fast?
Yeah.
Well,
if you can understand the concepts, we need to talk about that, but we don't want to always talk about
what I do want to say is, for a lot of my guys, and I witnessed a lot of people that did well in crypto, people that I met coming over here.
It's another thing that's changing, like Sosua.
So, and I really want to say this: if you, like, a lot of us not paying attention, or a lot of us not interested, but I think we need to pay some attention because the world is changing from the fourth dimension to the fifth dimension, and the new world order might be crypto.
Okay.
The way I'm looking at the U.S. government is going by it, like buying crypto in reserve as a U.S. government backup reserve.
Yeah.
Buying XRP and all that stuff. Like,
I don't understand. What is the difference between the fourth dimension and the fifth dimension?
Because the world is switching. Like it's on another level. It's spiritually on another level, and I don't want to talk about this right now.
Okay.
I just wanted to say
it might be too heavy.
Yeah, because I'm gonna dig into
yeah. That should be an episode.
Yeah, and I don't want to. It should just be an episode. But what do I want to say is we're gonna have this crypto podcast. So people, like guys that don't know about it, because imagine, right? Just imagine you buy some. Let's just say corn, right? You just buy some corn. You just put $300 in some corn, but it's $300. You fly and come overseas and probably help somebody out and feed somebody but you can just invest that and wake up one good day and like, wow, this is what it does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I also think it's a patient game.
Yes.
Like I said, I think you know more about crypto. And I does think everybody right now that's on this podcast, whether you believe it or not, should own some XRP because I'm watching too much on that.
Yeah. Well, Glenn says that people are getting out of the markets, which is my statement to that is that's when you want to buy. You want to buy when other people aren't selling. I mean, I'm not saying this is the right time because really what you want to do is at the end of when people aren't selling.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you know what I'm trying to say, I think.
I think when people get in at the market,
like Brownsville, Brooklyn,
I think you
in
should,
the 80s.
Yeah, I think you should buy. I think you should buy. And not only I think you should buy, I think because what you gotta understand, something that could make you a millionaire just off a few $100s, will make you a billionaire just off $1,000 or $2,000.
Yeah.
They want to play with you too.
Yeah.
They're gonna play what you call the witness or whatever.
Well, the manipulation, all sorts of stuff.
It's gonna be manipulation because some people don't. Some people.
Oh, the Matrix. Okay. Yeah. That's the same thing applies. It just doesn't apply to Glenn.
Yeah. Some people just afraid that they got $5,000 in an account, and they see us going on like, "Hello, man, I'm about to lose my money. I'm about to sell it.
Yeah.
They get rid of it." But it's a game that they play to see how long can you stay. Because once they bring you down enough and you sell or you trade or whatever, what about you wake up the next day and be like, bam, like damn, I just sold. I remember you was telling me you lost $53 million.
Yes, my divorce cost me. I mean, it's crazy to talk it this way, but my divorce cost me $53 million. And a number anyways, I guess I'll tell the story.
Yeah. Well,
so
I didn't mean to put you on the spotlight.
Yeah, okay, but I'll still tell the story. I didn't make a lot of money for most of my marriage, and I had a lot of kids, and we got really big tax returns because that's what happens in America currently when you don't make a lot of money, but you got a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'd get big checks, and my wife and I had a deal where we would alternate years in which if you cut the check in half, you can't kind of do big things for our world. $10,000 is big things for our world.
Of course.
And which $5,000, I mean, that'll change some people's worlds either, but I'd much rather have 10. So what we would do is we'd alternate years who got to spend it. Not to say who got to spend it, it's like who got to make the decision to spend the money because, we both on some things want different things.
Yeah.
Okay. And a habit, I was married for a long time. And a habit kind of happened. She would improve the home, which is great. And I'm like a pack rat. So I would save for retirement. And I had different things ever. Anyways, I bought my first time I played around with Bitcoin was trading at $18. So I was there really early. It was when the release of 0.3.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was supposed to be my year money. And at the time in which I would have bought Bitcoin, I'm not even counting market peak. I'm counting to the day in which I first made this statement. I actually had $55 million. Well, I'm not going to go into the details of mine. but anyways, I would be worth $55 million if I had not I paid off my daughter's braces because as I was going through a divorce, we were it was before I was going through a divorce actually, but anyways, a decision was made and that money no longer exists, even though it would have existed. It'd be probably, I don't